From Los Angeles to a worldwide audience, this is Boaz Power TV, where we take your life to the next level. Now, internationally known speaker and author, here's Boaz.
Hi, welcome to the Power Show. You are part of the Power Nation. Here we help you to improve your attitude, your relationships, your finances, and your career. This is episode number 79, and this is called Honoring a Profound Tradition. I experienced this and wrote about it in 2003. Now, if you've ever seen the movie Fiddler on the Roof, you probably recall a wonderful song called Tradition. Oh, it's so cool. The lead character, Tevye, sings all about the many habits of the Jewish people that are followed because they have become a tradition. In a visit in 2003 to Israel, for the first time in 46 years since I had left there as a child in 1956, with a group of 60 Americans, I experienced a profound tradition. I'd heard of this sometime in the past. I believe I saw a television news report about it. It's one of those things we see on the screen, pay very little attention to, and maybe say, that's interesting. However, on this trip in 2003, I experienced the real thing, and it was profound. I cannot recall anything like it anywhere in the world except in Israel. It is so amazingly unifying that it literally bonds an entire nation for 2 minutes into one family. What if you could create some traditions that would regularly strengthen the bonds between you and your family, between you and your valued friends, between you and your co-workers? Every year, the day before Israel's Independence Day is the Day of Remembrance. It is their equivalent of Memorial Day, like in the United States, but the similarities end with the name. As opposed to Memorial Day in the U.S., there are no sales at the malls, there are no picnics, there are no vacations on that weekend. Instead, all shopping centers, theaters, and restaurants are closed. No one works. The day is truly focused on stopping and remembering. Through their 55 years of history to that point as a nation, the people of Israel have paid a very high human price for the existence of a Jewish homeland. From the War of Independence in 1948 to all of the other major struggles through the years, the price has continued to grow. As of Remembrance Day 2003, that price had come to 21,540 people who had died for Israel's existence. To put that figure in some perspective, that's equivalent to the U.S. losing over 900,000 people. In a country with about 6 million people, there's hardly anyone who hasn't experienced the loss of a family member, friend, or acquaintance in the struggle. Thus, at some point, a tradition was created to make sure that all of those people and their ultimate sacrifices are honored and remembered. The day has now also been accepted as the official recognition for all those who lost their lives under any form of attack, including acts of terror. Well, on the Day of Remembrance, a visit to Israel's National Cemetery in Jerusalem was scheduled for our group back in 2003 when I took the trip. It is located on the Mount of Herzl, a gently sloping hill overlooking the Jerusalem forests. Theodor Herzl was born in Budapest, Hungary in 1860 and is credited with playing an important role in the creation of a Jewish state. As our buses arrived, we saw thousands of people walking toward the cemetery. Getting off the buses, we noticed flower stands. Bouquets of native flowers were being given to anyone who wanted to take them into the cemetery. Looking closely, I realized that no money was being exchanged. These were not commercial flower stands. These flowers were being given to anyone who wanted them. No commercialism, just honor. We were told that 11 a.m. was the time when it would happen. At precisely 11 o'clock, a siren was heard from speakers in treetops throughout the cemetery. The same siren went off in every city, in every town, in every farming community of the entire country. Everyone stopped and stood in attention for 2 minutes of remembrance. Not just everyone at the cemetery, everyone in the entire country, all 6 million plus. Buses stopped on the streets, cars stopped on the highways, passengers in those cars got out and stood in silence. Many of the young soldiers at the cemetery saluted smartly. I had never experienced anything like it before, and I shall never forget it. Even thinking about it now makes me feel emotional. It is a profound tradition, and everyone in Israel honors it. How much more joy could there be in your life if you created a very special tradition or numerous traditions? For married couples, date night on a regular basis, scheduling a full day here and there to spend with each of your children, calling someone regularly who lives in a sheltered life. In the rush of our daily lives, maybe we should play the song from Fiddler on the Roof and interject a little more tradition. So the affirmation for this episode of Boaz Power TV, it's a tradition affirmation. Please write it down, it could help you. I am creating some important traditions in my life. I am creating some important traditions in my life. Well, an important tradition for me on Boaz Power TV is to give you everything I've got to help take your life to the next level. And if you like these messages, and many people around the world find them to be highly beneficial, please forward this to 5 people you know. Get them to go to my website, boazpower.com. They can subscribe to my free weekly broadcast, and perhaps we can help them create some important traditions in their lives. Thank you for joining me. You are special, you are unique, you are destined for greatness. I see it in you. You are a champion. Have a powerful day.
This has been Boaz Power TV. To comment, see other episodes, or to subscribe to this free broadcast, go to our blog at boazpower.com. That's boazpower.com. We're here to take your life to the next level.